Okay, hopefully that works. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's just quite the predicament. I'm gonna wait for that to catch up, see what happens. Yeah, Comcast has been weird, man. Spar Show, are you building a PC or an Oculus? I'm building a PC that could host an Oculus, so I need to answer that question. I'm gonna wait a good second, make sure everyone kind of like pops in, and we can see if it works again. I'm hoping it does. I'm gonna hit refresh again. Okay, we're live somehow. It looks good. How's everyone doing? Now that we have finally a moment. Fitch, I see you joining in. Okay, cool. So far, so good. We're looking pretty chill. That would be the wrong one now. That's not what I want. So now I have to get another one. So we get to unpin that. Chris Hodge, what's going down? Welcome to the stream. Now that everything is live. And the first thing we're going to be opening is the really BA as AF mouse. It's going to be pretty sweet. But I want to copy this. Paste this here. Spar Show, what's going down? I see all those stars right there. Tell us about your equips, bro. Let us know and dream. You mean like tell me like what are my like dreams and ambitions? Like I can definitely let you know that. This is the one that's gonna put out. They'll give you the direct link to the YouTube. I'm gonna pin this. This is the right one. So it should be top just in case you guys and gals want to like see what's going on like in a better format, because like this is like decent, don't get me wrong, but I have a better format of actually doing this. So welcome everyone. How's the sound? I know that was an issue at first, but I think that was because the internet was tanking, so it sounded very digitally, because I couldn't put my finger on what it was like when people were saying this. Okay, tell us about the equipment of the new PC build. I meant. Okay, great. You know what, Spar Show? I like it. Like, I definitely dig like your ambition to kind of hit down the details. Let me quickly switch over to YouTubertons just in case someone hits up. I can actually see now both very lively. Very good. I'm glad that it sounds very nice now. That was an issue for a split second. But as everything comes into play, one of the things that I built in this like PC build that I definitely am digging is the Hardcore, which is this lovely thing. This is a Threadripper. A Threadripper is, I can go ahead and pull this. I'll go ahead and put this in the limelight so people can see as it comes into play. Go ahead and push that a little bit forward. The Rising Core, which took 2 8 cores and slapped it together, because this is the 1950X, which is really great. This will allow me to encode in 4K, because right now what I'm doing with just the 8-core Ryzen 7 1700, the basic one, not the X, not the like the more spicy one, not the 2700, which is not too bad actually, or the 37, or the, I think, 57? I might be mistaken, there might not be a 57. But the point being is that there is this, which combines 2 thread chips together. So I got it on a really great deal from Black Friday. I almost got it on an amazing deal. Like they had it for $450, which is pretty good. Like, cause it's normally like almost like I think $800 or $900 chip, like normally from AMD, and this gives a direct competitor for like any of the Intel, like I guess i9 like 2066 chip builds, because the 1151s aren't too bad. You can get the i9 900, but that's only 8 cores, and the direct competitor to that would be one of the Ryzens, which next year is going to give like a whole other definition of really cool stuff, which I might just build like just a designated, just like really cool PC build from AMD, depending on like how cool they do it, because you can probably do it for almost like, I think like $1,400, and it'll be like a really elite compared to like a GTX like 26 or 2060 or 2080 Ti's. Like, it's really cool, like the way that they're trying to craft stuff. So I'm digging AMD. I wasn't an AMD fan, and I've probably heard me tons of time say like, I am not an AMD fan, but I am now. After being able to do the code into the CPU and spit it out to where this is, where it's just a really great process point of this encoding slow, which I could not do on my normal i7 6700K, which is great. That's my bread and butter for 4K, which is great because Intel has wider PCIe like lane transfers. That's like where you get like the better deal, is like where Intel has a faster efficiency with transferring the data back and forth through the lanes, which this just opens up 36 of them, which is great, or 32 of them. Yes, because it multiplies. It's like the digital over. So instead of 16, you multiply it to 32. So it's like, yes, my lanes are going to be open. And 40 megabits on the catch. I come from an era of 8. I wanted to get to like 12, but I can't. But we'll go ahead and put this one up right here. I'm going to go ahead and push this safely. Oh dear gosh. It's raining technology. I'm going to very carefully just slide that like that. And we're going to open up this first one. It's going to be like this nice, lovely Overwatch. I liked it. It was actually a deal I got from Amazon, and it was unboxed already, unfortunately, but it was 1/3 of the price. And this thing was extraordinarily expensive. One of the things that I liked about it was there was a 5G optical sensor. So this thing can literally, like, when I move, it moves. It's like a very gaming style, like, mouse, which I'm loving. So, let's see here. Cause Intel licks their CPUs before they ship. Well, yeah, that's right, Fitch. Like, honestly, they're going to have to step up their game, especially next year. Like I said, a lot of the intel that I've been getting, it's going to be pretty crazy because they're going to have to either compete and lower their prices or get defeated by AMD for the first time in a long time, as we enter into like another decade of maybe just the AMD technology, which I'll go to AMD tech if it's cheaper. But let's go ahead and open this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this into the Talk-It Tone. And as that nicely kind of comes down, it seems like the tape is just kind of lightly on there. Now, personally myself, what's your total expense in the Bro? Oh, okay, cool. That's a great question, Sparso, before I open this really fast. This whole build was like roughly about $1,600. Like, not too bad for like the whole like build all in all, because like I got every single piece like pretty much on sale, except for like some of the added stuff, like the camera link from Elgato, the PC or the 4K like match, so I can start doing HDR. That I paid additional. Like just the computer build itself on Black Friday, what I got was roughly about like really cheaply like 17, which wasn't bad. But then I spent another additional like 1,000 on like a nice really cool monitor, which I have down below. And like some like really cool like added benefits to the, I guess, accession point to the AMD, which I'm pretty excited about. Now personally myself, I take a pen cap. I don't use the pen, like just in case I ever have tape. It's like really convenient for as far as like taking anything off. I don't know, my experience, I found it very useful. And just comes right off like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely digging this. That looks really cool. Like the box itself is pretty junked. Not gonna lie, it's like a junk rat right now. All pun inside, but pun very well intended. Now I'm gonna go ahead and push off some of the stuff we can not really care too much to unbox, but unbox later. And you can see the really cool logo. I'm gonna spin this around so that way in YouTube it looks really pretty coolish. Like I like the unboxing point, but I can bring this up a little bit closer for people to see on. I like it. It's a pretty cool thing. I like the braidedness. It'll like have more durability on the situation of survival. Yes. Don't need that anymore. See, this is barely unboxed. This wasn't even like pilled. It's still got the protective on the bottom. That's so cool. This is brand new and I paid like 1/3. I love Amazon when it comes down to their deals like that. That's pretty cool. So it definitely has that for as far as the portion of what can be fixed, which is great. And then it's got like a little cool leaflet. Instructions just in case. Stickers. You don't know. It's like plug USB in. USB P2. Yes. Game. Mouse. Work. Ugh. Wheel. That's how simple. I'm going to go ahead and put some stuff together real fast so I can keep this at least and look at the comment boards as we get step 1 done. The grand unboxing. I think what I'm going to do is just do the grand unboxing and do the computer build later on as it rains down like box parts all over me. So like we can like game it up a little bit later on tonight, and then tomorrow I can really digest the build and then build the room around it. So like throughout the weekend I am going to be kind of gaming less and building more, but I'll try to tune in stuff like this where everyone can be kind of part of like what's going on if I can like allow it in a time standpoint and do some cool stuff. Oh, wrong way. Maybe? Oh, right, yes. There we go. Booyah. Got it. Lock into place. So let's see here. Well, Brad, I guess I am talking a little bit like Charlie Brown. Yeah, Sparshow, they can definitely be pretty misleading. One of the bad things about nowadays too is that you can get sold like a lemon in the wrong parts where they put together, but a lot of things are coming together nowadays where you can buy an affordable PC build from other things where it's competitive because they're getting like the graphics cards or other things that like list. It just depends on what you're getting. You really just gotta look at it. But like for me, I saw an opportunity to give a better quality, and I was looking last night at like what I was able to upload versus what I normally upload, and I loved it. So like it's gonna be good all around, well-rounded for like the future on everything. So I'm super stoked to see where we can go for it. So this is done. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Mouserton. It's gonna go ahead and sit over here. Well, I'll put it on top of the case. It's already unboxed, right? So the next thing, I can definitely say it's already been unboxed, but it was really cool, was this really cool Elgato cam. And like if you switch over to my YouTube, you'll see the cam that's actually focused right now where the Elgato card is. It's capturing. It actually takes a really cool link, and I got this for a step up for getting direct use of my DSLR camera, bridge camera, and it turns the USB link into an actual physical transfer. So it's like instead of using webcam with lag or anything that's like super like ungritty or doesn't have a really big aperture to like let in that beautiful pixel for pixel that you would want to get, you can actually bridge and utilize any camera that's just sitting around that has an HDMI out and really quickly turn that into a nice use. And it's conveniently only like $109. It's really good to make use of stuff on a USB 3.0, and I was really blown away with the quality when I got to meet the Elgato people. And in fact, it's really funny because where's the original box? This box, which is cool. This guy, who I'm hoping that like will end up coming down to like you can see, he's like that dude right there. I actually met. He's actually really cool. Like I was very pleasantly surprised to be able to kick it with a lot of these people. But like that individual in particular, I was kind of coolly able to kick it with. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this. And there's just a small team of Germans. They're like the most quaintest people. All right. So 2 things down. We got the mouse. We got the Elgato cam thing out of the way. And technically, the Elgato cam didn't even really count. But I guess the next thing we can go into, which clears up a little spot, is No, this I paid additional. This is an additional buy that was past the original like 1,700 mark where I bought into it. Like, cause basically all I did was I followed Linus's tech tips and like I built the Threadripper that he basically picked and added better things around it. It was pretty cool. I was really happy with it. But anyways, so I got this, and like this is a disk drive. You have to buy these things. They're rare nowadays. But it's a Blu-ray disc drive. I think it writes. I don't know. I just need it to read. I don't really need it to write. I need it to be intelligent. It's an LG. It's really cool. And it opens. And it has lasers. And I was sold. That's all I needed. I was like, you have lasers? You make things spin centripetally? I don't know what else I could ask from a disc drive. Oh, and it has normal pin outlets, so it's not like you have to get any other adapters. So I was very much happy with this buy. On top of the case. And I'll go ahead and actually let me put that on there for like all the YouTube people that want to see. I hastily took that away. I'm going to go ahead and put this very important packing paper inside of here. But hopefully everyone's doing really well. Let's see here. If you build it, they will come. I love it, David. That's an amazing comment. Let's see here. Braided versus resistance, I think. Yeah, I like the braided. It's fire, for sure. Spire Show, they will sell things on the desk to receive calls. Yeah, they will. Let's see here. The tuber is not working on the Facebook comments. Is it not? Like, I pinned it, and it's like, I'm able to click it. But rattleys. Let me see if I can do something really fast. I use the Pixel 2 at the moment right now. It's a pretty cool phone. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Share. Facebook. Page. Okay, so I posted it to the M7 site. So it directly has a link now. So I'm wondering if I can transfer that now. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Uno momento. Okay, cool. Then I'll get rid of that link. Let me see if I can pin the correct link now. It seems like Facebook Gaming and the integration of pinning is very picky. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, under this link, I hope it works. If not, I can say that you can go definitely to the front page, and hopefully it'll work from there. Okay, hopefully that link... And I just pinned it too, so hopefully that one's the shareable link. It has the share feature that like hopefully works with the Facebook Gaming, and if it does, then I learned something new. But as we get past the disk drive, that's just sat there. The next thing that I wanted to go into that I thought was pretty cool is a nice HDR box. Now, in order for me to up my ante, which I'm using in my normal computer build that's on YouTube right now that's broadcasting in 4K, it has the capacity to do HDR alongside its partner points of getting the 60 frames. But in order to make that happen, you actually need something that's going to pipe in a 2.2 that allows the HDR flow to go into, because that's the technology that is HDR. It's the whole point is the 2.2 versus the I think it's 1.3 and 2.0 that mainly rocks within the first two generations, and you go outside the generation to the HDMI like data transfer, which is cool. I like it myself personally. It's a great situation. So this is an adaptable, firmwareable, super duper awesome HDMR. Now it even allows me, say for instance, I want to do game on a 1080p and have no lag. The link, let's see here, showing the link but can't tab on it. Go to your YouTube. Oh, yeah, that's so weird, Fitch. Yeah, because it shows I can link over there. Let me refresh it, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, if you go to MacGyver 7th, you'll find me. Oh, maybe that's what it might be. That like a lot of the integration between tablets and other things aren't just working right with Facebook Gaming. But if you go to my main one, which is really simple, just that's just like my YouTube, and you guys and gals can like see what's like different size. So I got one before and it wasn't as cool, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get this is, so say for instance I'm broadcasting to two HDR cards and I want to play something in 1080p with a faster like send point instead of doing the other portion of the refresh. I can have that with this, so I like that. It's very, very, very convenient. Hey, what's up, Amanda? Going to my gaming PC. Yeah, PC is so much more easier to transfer around, honestly. So, but this is gonna help me a lot. This beauty, and it looks so cool. Like I thought, like for as far as a great PC build, it needed a great transfer build in order to make this happen. That's basic. I will keep the instructions in there for one day. I shall come and seek them. And one day, I shall come and seek this power adapter, which I don't really need, so I'm actually going to slip right directly in. But I'm going to go ahead and show off that it definitely does have like where the off and on is right there, and there's firmware that you can update into this, which is really cool. So, lucky me, this is going to be my 4K HDR 60 Hertz transfer solution, which is going to be really sweet. Right now, I'm going to leave that in the box. I think that's the smartest thing, because this is pretty... I don't want this to break and it becomes super unfragile. Put that on top of this. Okay. What can we unbox next? Okay, so this was kind of cool. I'm glad that that stopped sliding. And luckily, that was only my shock guard that I put inside of there and the thermal paste that you need for the CPU. So it was like, I was more worried about the Vengeance RAM that was pushing it off the table. I was like, oh, me oh my. So this was a fun one. The Evo, I got this one super cheap. This is like a solid state drive, a terabyte. I got it for like $100. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I was so paid this. So it was on back order, but they actually shipped it out pretty fast. Like I think they just had like one, probably like someone maybe cancel something, because there probably was a whole bunch of people that bought some stuff and then realized, oh yeah, I paid too much and now I'm not being able to actually, you know, pay other things. So they probably slimmed down the order. And my order came pretty fast, so I was pretty happy with that. So there, so you can see it's very basic. Get your solid state instructions, which is, if you really want to sit down and read that, you're more than welcome to. Now, with a solid state, this is really where you want to have it. The regular HDDs, not only are you getting a very added benefit of it being light, thin, and able to just transfer data at a very accelerated rate, you're also having the standpoint of getting no more lag. like I cannot stress this enough, like where it's like if you have issues where the lag situation is where it's like you've had anything kind of lag with the program or anything, this will fix a majority of issues for the most part. Like I've noticed, because everything will bottleneck in Windows 10. Like not fun. Like with this like solid state, it fixes stuff. Man, the days of solid state, yesterday's mean expensive, now are today's cheap, so it's pretty cool. So we've unboxed a good amount so far. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next step. We've already done a really cool, sweet mouse, so why not next the really sweet keyboard. Now, I got this really cool master on sale. Like they were actually giving it away practically. And it was actually supposed to be really extraordinarily expensive, and I wasn't really about it at first. But I was like, hey, I really wanted a fiber optic, like laser sight, like key balanced one. But I went mechanical because it was like, I do like that traditional click, but the fasterness of like utilizing the fiber optic laser shot is into the gaming PC portion of it, of getting more precise. But I mean, hey, you know what? If I could save some money and it'd be a little bit more honey in my pocket, I'm gonna do it. That would go with this. I'll lose too much organization. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I can hopefully have this built within like the weekend's end. I think we'll have a new situation where we can start streaming and testing, because I'm gonna want to test this a lot and kind of like test the boundaries of like what's comfortable, because I'm hoping I might be able to get slow, if not medium, with the processing point for 4K for this build. Should be good, because I'm not going to be doing gaming. If I do gaming, I'm going to have to back it off just a little bit, or just build another PC and then just cannibalize some of the parts that are here. Ooh, I already like this already. It's got like this really cool cloth that it comes in. Well, that's neat. Look at that. I don't know what that is. It's a USB connector and some kind of cable walking thing. Let's see here. Instructions read. Okay, you can change profiles and all those other fun things. Neat. Who would have knew? Some next level stuff for a keyboard. Instant changing for your RGB lighting, like necessities. I mean, personally myself, the RGB setting would come into like grid locking my command points of like having hotkeys, so I can like gravitate to them really fast if need be with getting used to it. So let's go ahead and reveal this puppy. Voila. Wow, okay, I'm liking it. The fill in it is pretty heavy. Let me go ahead and put this down real quick. I mean, it's alright. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I'll have to get used to it though. Probably have to break it in a little bit. You know, type some. Write some TPS reports, you know. Send, email. Well, it's alright. I mean, I guess I'm used to something completely different. But it's pretty sweet. Once maybe I get it like lit, it might be cool. But I was also looking at the Corsair too. So maybe the Cool Master might be replaced later on in the future. But the deal I got on it, I couldn't refuse. So that was one of the reasons why I went ahead and purchased it. With that being said, I'll go ahead and leave that face in front as I kind of pull it off screen and put this with its counterpart inside the box, and just leave the keyboard out because I'll need the keyboard later on alongside that cable. Perfect. put that with a cool master situation. I don't really need that. Might as well bring the RAM out. We'll do that next. Put that right on top of the heart. And I'm saving, obviously, the last for best. Go ahead and flip that around. Leave that right there. Not going to be in the way of the camera. It doesn't seem like, no. This will go behind it. Speaking of really cool games, I thought were really cool. Rage, I remember that first one. That was a really great one. Like, I liked it personally myself. I don't think it was as good as it was supposed to, but I think for a concept of post-apocalyptic and a next-gen situation, it wasn't too bad, honestly. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to craft in the next one, especially with the game developers that are behind it. So like, we have a really cool start to next year for like big games that are going to be coming out. What do you mean? Everything has signal. Oh, it's coming up as M7 Live. Alright. So this is cool. These, I'm not going to open the other one, I'll just leave that in the box, but at least these ones. Go ahead and bring out one. So this, if I can gently get it out, there we go. This Corsair, 2 sticks of DDR4 RAM, which is going to help in syncing up the 8 slots that have inside the situational point of growth. Oh, that's so weird. It won't let you comment on the Facebook. I don't know. Facebook gaming sometimes is buggy, but it's still alive a little bit. But the Vengeance, which is great. I like these situational points of like hardware. These came in super cheap. I was going to buy them from Best Buy, but by the time I shipped them and got them here, it was only worth it just to buy it through Amazon. And just if I needed to return anything, I could. But it was 2 8-gig slaps that make 16. And I got 2 pairs, so I have 32 gigs to slap inside of there, in tandem utilizing the paired slots, which will allow the PC to run a lot faster, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that back in its protected case. We're going to go ahead and push off one box to the side so I can get rid of some boxes. And we'll leave this with this nice counterpart right over there to guard some stuff. Now this, I'm excited, because that's going to be where we unbox next, which is the gear icons, which is super cool. Now this is my Bluetooth 4.1 stereo send sync up, so I can sync up to anything I want to. So this little puck right there is pretty cool. Can very quickly plug in, and it just syncs to what is around. It also has a receive and a send, which is pretty cool. I definitely liked that. That was like one of the selling points that I liked, general stand portion of the inner lithium battery. Oh, it has an inner battery, so it's like you can also unplug it. Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have it plugged in all the time, but like, that is cool to know that you can just like take it and have it uncharged. That is so freaking sweet. They didn't advertise that. Alright. But as the fun portions of the instructions, I really am curious, like, how complicated could the instructions be besides telling me like hour usage? Yeah, doesn't tell me anything except for power on, low battery status, basics. I was hoping it would tell me the RTX. Like, that would be a functional point for someone who didn't buy it and didn't know. Send, receive. Okay, here we go. Yeah, as I respectively knew. Receive, R. Very easy. But I'll go ahead and leave these off to the portion of being stored away conveniently. Without this, it doesn't need this. That'll be fine. It's one less added piece so I can store to the side. Alright. We'll go ahead and push that right there on top of there. So the next thing that I mentioned, and once we have that, these will sync to this, which is my wireless rig now. So this is pretty cool. My gear icons. I'm definitely digging that situation of like where I can go from the future. Now the gear icons are lastability, are roughly about like 6 hours. where you can get like a charge. And I bought them at a really nice vendor, and it went on sale right after I got them, and they were able to honor giving me the sale price too. I was like, oh sweet, that was so cool. So like I was able to even save even more. How convenient, right? I'm at the right places as I get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Trash everywhere. The sound of Christmas. Okay, let's see here. Perfect. So, pretty sturdy box, I do have to admit. Basic stuff. You see here, pair and connect, earbuds, different languages, basic stuff. Go ahead and flip that over and put that in this box. So that's pretty cool, the way it opens up just by itself right there. These earbuds seem pretty cool. This is your left. And this is my right. So it's just like they kind of go in just directly like this. I wonder how it seats. Actually, that's pretty comfy. And it's insulated too. I like it a lot. Because they're big enough where it cuts off the round world. Where I kind of, it's like almost like inner ear monitors. I really like these. They're comfy. Sweet. Okay, let's look at its charger. Okay, so that's where you sync power, pair. Pretty cool, so that you can use this as a universal. This thing is very difficult to open. Oh, there's a button. That's why it's very difficult to open. You have to press the button. So it's like right here. It's pretty cool. And then, oh, okay. I see. It's even better. Right? So it's like, here's your right. Or your left. It goes in like that. That's so cool. I really like these. It's charged like that. Oh look! They need charging! They're red! See? Dun dun. They're vampires. Okay, well anyways, I should probably leave these out so I can charge them. And underneath is probably going to be a really big instruction, quick start. I'll keep that on the top. This is a really, really nice takeout portion of it. Let's see what's here. Ooh! Different adaptable portions of the earbuds. Pretty cool. What's going down, Fitch? See here, going to watch on my PC. Try to share it. Oh, right on, man. I appreciate that. Brian Slavic, what's going down, man? Still there? Alright, let's see here. Different sizes, different portions to put around. So they really let you customize this a lot. I like this. This is really cool. For like earbuds, I didn't expect to be that excited about unboxing crap. Like I'm like ripping it apart though slowly in order to get to everything. What is this? Oh, is this like a really cool like cleaner for like the inner portions of the nastiness that no one talks about in headphones? What is this? This is like so interesting. Huh. Oh, how interesting. They're like little protectors for the outside buds of the headphone. They're like little grills just in case something happens. It shows you how to replace it. That's really cool, actually. And yes, this is also the cleaning portion of the tool. So that's going to also go inside of here. So cleaning portion, out of ear, trash. What else do we have? Oh, big box. Let's see here. Whoa! What an interesting charging portion of it. USB to micro. USB to USB. Or USB to C, USB to micro. Then what are you right here? And then a small USB to C. They just hooked it up with so many freaking adapters. Like, holy crap. So cool. Cheers, Samsung. I don't even need these, but I do now. I'm gonna take off all this plastic. I'm gonna take out everything that's not really needed, like the extra boxes. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping these. Unless they break, and then I don't really need to worry about it, because where I bought it I can just return it really fast. So. Okay, actually this has a code on it. Probably should put it in the inner portion of it. Yeah, that seems important. All these little wrapping things have codes on it. It's so weird. The QR. Maybe it's for like replacement portion of it nowadays. Got it. This is useful though, because that will help me charge this later on. This though, I don't really need these. This is like, well, I don't know. This came from there. This is trash though. I can comfortably say that that's trash. Same thing with this. So now, I have my comfy holder. That can go inside of here. And that can go inside of there. Perfect. That is unboxed. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, the fun stuff. Okay, so the Elgato 4K card. Now this one I absolutely love. I already have one myself, so this is just like it physically being unboxed live now. Now, cool thing about it is like the newer ones has a bypass for HDR, so just in case if you had no HDR before, it would allow it to bypass so you can stream in so many other ways. And not have to worry about it bottlenecking, which a lot of people experience, like I did, in order to get to the 2.2 standard and above. So, when you get to those points, you learn crafty tricks and read a lot of forums in order to make stuff work. That one over to the side. Now this one I'm going to keep boxed up afterwards just because it's a PCIe card. See that loveliness? It even comes with a really pimpin' HDMI this plugs directly into this, and that makes capture card possible. So that's how streaming is possible. Your ins and your outs. It's pretty sweet. I love these things. 4K flawless. So good. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back inside of its nice containment unit. And put it back in its exterior case. Alright. So now I have that in there. That will stay there. Now this is kind of cool. This was sent to me, and this one was absolutely free. It's an added disc fan from a really good fanning company, actually. I was a little bit impressed that I was actually able to get this for free. Gave it to me. Now this is some industrial style tape. Talk about like really good tape nowadays. Freaking A, man. Cool. You know what? I don't need this pen. Sorry, tape. You were worth the destruction. Oh, really cool. Already comes with like braided with an off and on switch. Sweet. Look at this thing. It's so cool. It's like making my fan so like I feel like it's not gonna go on fire. So I believe those are RGB leads. And then these are your off and on switch. Interesting. Very cool. I'm very excited to install that. Maybe we can put that over the water cooler. Well, you know what? Actually, I like this idea. That way all the wires are just right on top. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, that will go right there. So far, so good. We have a lot we can unbox. Let me go ahead and toss that off to the side. Alright, cool. So the next thing I guess we can go for, since we've already got the icon out of the way, I was kind of more curious about this one myself. Super easy. This is a connector, I believe, for the hard drive. So this one syncs up to the majority of stuff. It's very easy. StarTech, this is another free buy that they gave to me. And you can see that just connects into one, just links it. So that Starlink right there. Bridge the gap. So that goes there, and that is for your SATA power splitter adapter. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Go ahead and push that off to the side. I'm very excited about to see it catch up. I'm gonna move the mouse out of the way. Now we still have the Threadripper, and I think maybe it might be time. I don't know. Maybe not. I think the next thing we should go for is the Zotac graphics card. Now this one I liked a lot. The Zotac's graphics card. This was a step up. This is a 780 Ti. I wanted to get the 1080, but it wasn't on sale as much as I wanted to, and that's like more of the standard. If I got to the 260s or 280s, then it would be able to very easily. That little fan, I got a 76 Chevy fan on my PC. That's funny, man. You probably even got a radiator for water cooling. It's a match. Fearless Skyrim, welcome. When this catches up to you, cheers, man, for joining. And then, so I was really excited to get this one because this was super cheap and it's the mini, so it's not utilizing too much. And again, the PC build that I'm building with a Threadripper isn't really built for PC gaming, but I got it just in case I need to utilize it for anything like that, and I can kind of cross-bleed over and have a PC build that will get into that. But if I ever need to build something that's like super like 4K, graphically, amazingly awesomeness, then yeah, I would probably want to get like some really cool stuff. But AMD is going to make some really cool moves next year, so I'm going to be watching them on the radar. Let's go ahead and unbox this puppy. And this one was directly from Newegg. It was so freaking cheap. I was just so happy. Actually, I believe 8 gigs. Apparently my 1060 that's overclocked is 6 gigs. So this is already 2 gigs more on the processing portion of today's standards, and it's a mini, so it's not going to utilize as much power, which is going to be great. Oh, what's up, Kentucky? Oh, sweet. That new technology smell. Alright, push that up. Nice little Zotac envelope. Now that, I'm hoping, is going to be all my really cool software. Basic installation drive. Yeah, there's my drivers. There's a sticker on top of the disc. I don't know why they would do that. Let's see here. Ignore more possibilities. Are they trying to sell me like these slotted in like power for? What is it? What is this? What is an SSD? I didn't know Zotac made SSDs. They're PCIe SSDs. Not exactly what I was thinking of, but let's go ahead. What's up, Adam? Brad joined as well. Put all this stuff away because this is actually rather important to have for the future. So let's go ahead and lift this up. Put that down here. Go ahead and take this block off. Pull this off. Now this is going to be my link cable. As you can see, that is going to be for the power adaptation. That'll connect into this puppy right here. And that will go in the back of the power unit. So this is the graphics card itself. Everything underneath there is pretty much empty, so I'm going to put that back inside of there. I'm going to go ahead and put this back inside of there. This right there. That on top. And this right here. And we will gently turn that over. So I'm definitely digging this. For as far as a nice anti-sock shield bag, that was pretty sweet. Now looking at the technology, even grabbing directly on top of this is very sturdy. I like this a lot. For as far as looking at the tubing of this technology versus what was in the last technology that I had, it's very similar, honestly. The Mini, looking at the one I have plugged inside of there, the GTX 60 overclocked, it looks like the similar portion, but this one looks way more elite with like the actual physical heat sinks directly inside of there. You can't see underneath here, but if I had to take a process point, the processing port, you shouldn't have moved right there. But this is pretty sweet. I like the dual fans. These are pretty similar to the ones that I already have on there. So all in all, I'm very excited to install that one. That's going to be a nice upgrade for me. With 2 extra gigabytes of processing power for video power. So it's like even if I play games, I can utilize the graphics card, which would be cool. So let me go ahead and put that one away. And this nice anti-shock. I don't want to miss a beat. So I think you are here. Nope, maybe here? Yes, perfect. Alright, so the Zotac now is finally unboxed. Definitely digging that. Now I could keep this, I probably will, but I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it inside of there just so it keeps this nice reformed portion. Now the next one we'll go on to, now this one I didn't have to get, but this is, I'm just gonna put it, when you pick up a PC and you're like, dang, that processor weighs a lot wrong. No, nothing weighs more than the power adapter. I mean, it literally, I'm like, it's probably about 7 pounds, if not 10, not 11. Now, the one that was on sale, I only needed the 750, but I went for the 1000, just in case for future expansions. It's a project PC for like a workstation, so having that 1000 watts versus the 750, and they had it on sale. It was literally only $10 more versus the, I guess, almost 100 additional. So I was like, yes, sold. And I've had these ones before. They're super silent. They have a nice cooling mode. They're beast looking. You never get to really see them too much. Let's see here. Where did that cap go? Let's see if I can go and scratch this off real fast. I know, seriously, it's going to be built tomorrow. Hopefully, we may not even stream. I may just, like, since I have it unboxed and I'll have the table ready. And this was me mainly testing the camera link and testing everything else out. Like, the camera link worked beautiful on, like, what I'm looking at in the playback for as far as what I'm getting on Facebook and YouTube. This is pretty good. But we're going to go into some gaming, too, later on once I end this. There we go. So good that the internet finally started cooperating. So this is cool. You always get a ton of cables. I mean, I really mean a ton of cables. A ton of cables. Your main, like, PC hookup to the boards. Silicon. Let's go ahead and take those out. That is a sturdy cable. Okay, there's the screws. Now this, I'm not going to have to box that back up. I'm going to keep this bad boy open. It deserves to be free. Roam. It's not meant for the wild. Look at that pup. Damn, that thing's got some thud. It's got an eco mode onto it. Off. On. Yes, because I mean we're not even going to be using. Okay, I caught it. I caught it. Damn, that thing literally started tumbling as I screamed for technology not screaming into my. I was like going towards my pixel. That's why I freaked out. Is your gaming later on? Yeah, later. I will be gaming on RDR2 later on. I just gotta finish unboxing this, and then I'm gonna go into game mode, and then go to build mode tomorrow, since I'll already have everything unboxed for the most part. Oh, I'm so glad technology did not die there today. That would have sucked. That's my power source. It weighs a lot. Damn, it definitely weighs a lot. Okay, three more pieces. We're almost done. Okay, well I guess from this standpoint, trash versus what I can keep. Perfect. So since we already got this one out of the way, I'm gonna slide this over. Now, the motherboard. Now, I went for this one was an Asus, and this was their very cool on sale through Amazon. Their Prime, their X399, which would have the TR socket, which would be required in order for me to physically put this puppy into action. Oh yeah, Ryzen core, let's rock and roll. So let me put the Ryzen core off to the side, because that's going to be the last thing we open. And we can open this, which is going to be fun. I like opening motherboards, they're really cool. Let's see here. Oh, it even has a step-by-step direction for installing the TR4. That's pretty cool. So this is pretty valuable. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there on the don't lose section. And this, I'm not going to put back into the box completely. I'm going to see what's underneath, and we're going to keep this open once I unbox it, but keep it in the plastic. So first and foremost, it comes with some brackets of some sort. What are these for? They look like Type-C connectors. Okay. Well, those are your connectors to hook up any kind of drives going into your main hub, which you're going to need. I know what that is. What are you? Gotta be really gentle because I have no clue what this is, and it looks like technology. Let's see here. I know the paying power force of that was 9,000. What are you? An SLI HB bridge. That's cool. I don't know what I'll ever have use for that, but this seems like it's an SLI NVIDIA slap and slot. So if I had two of the 1090s, I could slap this into place and then I'll SLI it over. That was conveniently nice of them. They didn't even have to do that. It's like more of the graphics card people. That's pretty sweet. I know, right? What's up? The gaming mode has begun. See more connections for the. I like the right angle and left angle. This is gonna be cool. That's the front face for this. Let's see what else. What else were you taking out of here? Oh man, this manual. This is a good manual. This one I probably will be reading. Some really cool screw adapter. Whoa. That's pretty cool. This looks like a pin in when you put the other pins in that just like color code it and let you know what it is from the outside. It's like a really extender portion of it. Oh, cool. This is an Asus situation later on. I could use that to upgrade my cables if I wanted to. And the firmware for BIOS. That's super important. So with that being said, I don't need that. I'm going to take this out, flip this. Well, I guess actually, let's see, what do I not need right now? I don't need that. Technically, I don't need that. I don't need that. This or this. Wait yet till tomorrow, really. This can stay outside, so we can put this right here. Put this on the other side. We won't unbox it quite yet. Let it go down. And this has RGB lighting. I don't know how important this is, but it's gonna look cool. Put that right there. Gently, I'm gonna have a nice surface to this out. Nice. That film is great. You can tell what it takes contact with in that situation right there, but it's a really beautiful motherboard. And see, the gray ones are going to be the ones where I put the DDR RAM of 4 directly in there. They'll be slotted. These are going to be my capturing points. I do like how this has thermal sync directly right there. Cool it down. The motherboard generally is spaced. I do like how I can actually add so much more to this PC later on down the road, which is pretty sweet. And as you can see right there, this is where the TR4 chip. And it's very specific on the way you take it off and put it back on, which we'll get into once we get in the actual build of situations. You can see directly right here, there's more of the solid state drive that you can take this off and slot in. So if you wanted to have your load up OS directly go inside of there, that's more importance of what goes on right there. And this, of course, is your PCIe lanes for what you can get into of upgrading, which is pretty cool. I like how this will be for the 1080, which will take up 2 spots. It should take up like 1 to 2 right here. Eat up this portion, which will still leave me these 2 right there, and they can eat up this one for another graphics card if it needed to, or sync down directly. But this one portion, I might swap over my my USB hub, because I don't know how convenient that these ones right here are going to be. There's a lot of USB 2's none, but a lot of 3.0's. That's one of the really fun factors that I got with this board, was it was pretty useful. I do like how it has an internal clock portion of it, and this is where your basic adapters are, like the other one went for the pin. So I mean, like, all in all, this should be pretty simple, directly hooked in. Oh hey, looks like one of the pins is slightly bent. Should be able to bend that. Okay, hold on, it's getting there, I just gotta very slowly. There we go. Perfect. Because those are for like fans, like you hook up later on. They'll directly go to the motherboard. The hink of allowed to directly know what's going on. Glad I saw that. Look over the motherboard for anything else that I notice. But I mean, basic motherboards, especially with this one being like an AMD tech, it's pretty cool. I'm digging also that the monitor that I have is going to be synced up to it. So let's go ahead and get this back into its protective plastic. Okay. The backside of this looks pretty cool too. Okay, so that's going to go off to the side. I'm going to push off my power connector. Get that off screen. So now the next thing I can unbox, I guess, is I see that kind of like flood off. It's going to be this. This is going to keep our overclocked sweetness cold, because if we ever went to the overclock portion of what's going to happen with beat that fish, Oli. This one will allow us to kind of go past the 4.0. I might go to 4.2 with the overclocking, maybe a little bit higher. But with water cooling, this allows us to kind of let it breathe. First time ever doing water cooling, I was a little skeptical at first, but honestly, a good deal. Recommended paired for the TR4 connector. So I was very awesomely able to digest. More plastic everywhere. Okay. VW radiators, indeed. What it's going to look like. But this one, I will leave one portion of it out, the other portion in. Just depends on what the mating surface is for the hard drive. If it's not super accessible, did they mess up and send me two, or did they just loot me the hell out? I think they looted me out. I think they gave me two. I only ordered one. Dude. Newegg gave me so much crap. This is crazy. I thought it was 2 units. I was like, how am I going to fit that thing right there? Like, when you meant the VW Comet, I was not, like, fearless. Seriously. George, what's going on, Sanchez? Man, I'm unboxing a computer right now. This is just fun, eh? So these are all the mounting brackets. AMD, AMD4. Okay, I don't know what those are for, but so we got this thing. It's very basic too. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. They leave a lot to the imagination with this. I'm assuming this is for our AMD4. This seems like it's for an LG. It's for Intel. Let's see here. And I guess that would be then these. So let's go ahead and separate these. This seems about right. We're going to need possibly these. I don't know about these, but I'll keep them inside of there just in case. No, those are for other LGs. Oh, no. That has on part of the kit build. This is what I'll need. That's definitely additional. Hold on real fast. Perfect. These work. Please go with this. Oh, let's see here. This preview of my kid on Xmas morning everywhere. Yeah, it's probably the best situation to describe. I thought it froze up, but it was just you reading. Yeah, that's true. It is me reading. I got freaked out when I read froze up. I was like, no, not again. Alright, so if everything goes to plan, it should just be these. This is all that's needed. Alongside with these being Intel and possibly this. So I'm going to leave this with this and the instruction guide with it. This is going to be a necessary read. So this right there. So let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out. The VW radiator. Oh man, check that out. Already came. Installed fans. Like, let's see here. Oh. Go ahead, super. I don't think there's anything else I need inside this box. It'll be fine. Trust me, it'll be fine. So this is my water cooler. It's already enclosed. I'm not gonna take that off. That's like completely sealed right now. And that center, that's where the majority of it's gonna be. Oh man, that's so cool. That's where a lot of the thread wrapper, one of the drawbacks of what it is that all the processing point goes towards the center, so the outside are really cool. So you don't really have to worry about too much at all, as long as that center is pretty much locked up tight for as far as cooling. Let's see here. Step 2, next thread, stand off into the black plate of the motherboard. Well, I'm curious too, is like the bottom of this, how important, do I have to clean this? Because like, I might have to look up this one specifically. It's full of water though. That's one plus thing. I don't have to fill it up with anything. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. For step 1, like, not included in too much. Okay, so it's saying put the chip in, then when you put it around there, make sure the corrector ring is installed, the water pump's installed on top of the standoff. So I don't think you have to change anything. That in general just looks weird to me. It makes me think that you'd have to take it off. Well, I'm gonna take this off real fast. Especially if I have 2 of them, it doesn't matter really if it gets dirty a little bit. Everything looks super clean. I mean, it just looks like something you would take off, though. It's like cloth, almost. Perfect. That's so hilarious. They literally sent me 2. That's crazy. I got this. I got a fan. I got a saddle drink. The new just hooked it up. They're just like, this dude's unboxing crap. We know. Now I have, like, for the future PC. Or I can trick out my consistent PC right now with my 6700. Or, oh my gosh. I have so many options now. I can cool the future. That's cool. Whoa. Now I have a predicament. Make sure it makes an LG 5150. Yes. Alright. So, with that being said, I should probably place this back on this, at least at the bare minimum. I don't want anything getting messed up on this. And that can remain out like that, it should be fine. This being my goodie bag of what I need. Put that in the center, and I am still perplexed on what that is. That's important material. Again, that I would need to look up on. These are going to be extra parts that I will keep to the side in cooling land. Hey Megan, what's up? Alright, this is for all this stuff. Oh, no, what you were doing. Alright, so there's only a few things left. I guess we're going to roll back the chair at this point in time. No reason for me to be sitting down anymore. We've gotten to the bigger stuff. Not the Threadripper quite yet, though it's getting close. I'll go ahead and slide this off place out here. All the cool stuff I've put up here needs to come down. Keep this nice, well and guarded. Ah. The case. Now, of course, can't put this on the camera. Doesn't make sense at all. I think the best thing here is using gravity as our best friend. I like the glass. That's like really, really cool. Caution, tempered glass, handle with care. Now I finally have a trash box. Give me a second. Cool. My room is a little cleaner now. Harumbi. How do I take the glass off? Okay. Very carefully. Very carefully. That new sound. Sound like jet engines. Perfect. It's looking pretty sweet. Already got 2 fans right here. Digging that. The big fan, I'll have to figure out a way to mount it somewhere. Power adapter. Maybe it might go in the front. Very nice, it's sleek. One issue I'm noticing straight off the bat is I don't have a front for my disk drive. It might not even have a disk drive, honestly. But that's fine. I can hook it up outside. I can figure out a way to make it useful. I can also get a USB one and return the other one. If I did get it off of Amazon, it won't be that hard. Just to get a USB direct connect. My front ports are USB 2. I just plop right on top. I guess it makes sense. Files. Is this like so I can take this off? Because this is where it's like it's a nice case. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but it's not as convenient as you would think it would be. Oh, okay. So I see. Actually, it is. So the bottom, actually, where the fun begins. That's okay. I see. Nice little fan connection. Hard drive. What does that even mean? And that's riveted in there. Oh, so that's like RGB connections, I'm assuming. Oh, okay, I see. The storage for the motherboard. It's pretty cool. Zip ties, 2 different adaptable characters. Pretty cool. Mid tower. First and foremost, one of the things I really adore that they did, and I'm loving right off the bat, is the cable. Like, the way that this is clean. This is super freaking clean. This is just like ready for me to plug in basically into the motherboard. Like,
They did a lot of my job, pretty much, which is routing it. And like I said, the only thing I'm not really digging straight off the bat is it doesn't have a disk drive port. But hey, you know what? That means that I can send back that disk drive, so I'll have to really quickly look back into the sending that back. And let me just make sure before, because I'm gonna have to take this off in order to mount the what would go there? Oh, an external fan, I would assume. Because that's probably where I can put this puppy. It's directly inside of there. Maybe. We'll see that when we're building. But I need to have this come off, maybe, possibly. Or upgrade it with this to this, which would be cool. Yeah, I don't think that directly comes up, but what does that do? What does this take off? It's right here. I need to have a screwdriver. I have to have a screwdriver around here. Huh. I guess it gets away this one time. If I get a screwdriver. Once I take this off, I'm really curious what that's going to disattach. Because I almost want to say this will come off. Yeah, this will come right off. Yeah, let's look at this real fast. Oh, that's cool. It's a radiator model, so that goes directly inside the front plate. So those come off. So it doesn't have to drape out the top. Perfect. I like this already. SSD drive supports on this side? Oh, whole screws inside the back. That's so cool. Vertical, horizontal. Okay, so yeah, in order to make this work, I'm going to need a plug-in disk drive. So I need to return one, buy one on Amazon. So this is nice that I figured this out now. Because I'm not just going to hang this puppy off the side. That'd be so ghetto. Let's put it on top. Get one of the converters. But yeah, no, I'm not digging that. There we go. That's going to be shipped off back. We order the other parts really well. So that goes in here. And so there's anything super cool. Put those back. That will go there. This does a great job going on the back. Well, actually, hold on real fast. A few things. This can go inside of there. And this can go inside of there. Makes sense. A goodie bag of fans. Alright, 2 more things left. And we are done. So far, everything's worked out perfect. We've gotten everything opened. Everything's been kind of flawless for as far as the most part, except for the drive, which now I know what I need to do instantaneously. So let's go ahead and get to the fun portion. This is going to be my new monitor. This thing I'm pretty excited about. Cool. Now, one of the cool things that will come into play perfect. Power adapter. Pretty sweet. Disk software looks like. Something I don't know looks important. Power cable. Pretty crucial. Cool. HDMI and DVI. Okay, this goes trash pile. Alrighty. Hey, morning, Stefan. How are you? This catches up. That's pretty cool. It's all red and stuff. Release lock. Now, the cool thing about this one is it advertises to be under a millisecond, which is pretty fast. Very sleek looking. I like it. Oh, pretty sweet. Cool. Very easy to set up. Put that on top of there. Should be easy for right now. This is my new awesomeness. I don't need this anymore. Let's throw that one off to the side. Right. I never personally myself seen the necessity for a curved, but it was so darn cheap. You know what? Grab it and cradle it. And take it off like that. Because there's a lot of plastic we need to take off. Like that. Be gentle. I can pick it off later on, which is fine. This is perfect. It definitely needs to be polished up a little bit. Shipping scuffs always has happened to you. Hey, good morning, Payu. Let's catch this up to everyone. Give me 1 second. There you go. Perfect. Let me go ahead and get rid of all this other stuff. It's not needed anymore. Okay, cool. And since it's curved, you can very easily, it'll kind of balance itself a little bit. So those are the screws right there. They go directly into it. That plate just goes right there in the back. Oh, it's just a snap-in. This is actually kind of easy. If everything goes to plan, get a better, sturdier grip on this. This should slide into here. Dear golly, that was too fucking easy. My poor no gaming screen. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Can replace some things for me. Very cool. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move this off the side. Put this, looks cool like that. Put it for like one little second. I'm not going to leave it up there though, I'm going to put it on the ground. This thing weighs a lot. But we're getting down to the last portion tonight. And we're pretty much done. I don't know where this extra part goes. I actually wonder. Oh, I think it's the clip-on. Like for like hiding the cables and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. You know. So this part snaps onto the back. It's like a little hideout. And that runs underneath there. It's pretty cool. Anyways, this goes with this. Okay, last and least. V Hearts, the Thread Ripper. Yes, the Rising Core, finally. The moment we've all been waiting for. Well, I think I actually have the tear here. There's a rip here. Super important. I'm going to leave that with our super important pile of stuff. Thank goodness this thing is protected by an all-contained plastic puck. I would have been shitting myself otherwise in a situation like that. But it is pretty protected, which is nice. I love like how like when I was watching the videos over and over again, one of the things that they were pretty fearless is like this clip right there holds that into place, and then this is guarded literally right in the front. I can touch this. This is nothing except for like an actual screen puck. The physical drive underneath it is protected by this, protected by that, protected by this. So yeah, that would have scared the shit out of me otherwise. But yeah. Woo. I'm not taking this off, by the way. After having that tumble right there, this is going to be the closest we get to my Ryzen Power Ranger puck. So, that was pretty cool. That thing weighs a lot though, man. Dear gosh. Woo. It looks cool too. Ryzen Vision. See what we got here. cool. It has all the steps on it. So that gives me a better up-to-date situation. Oh, this is cool. It comes with the Torx bit that they talked about. Pretty cool. And then this, the case holster. This holds it in place. Very nice. Should probably leave this one out. I actually do want to read that. Put this back though. No, that's protected inside of there. Oh, that's cool. I'm definitely going to put that back in. Super protective case. That way, in case if it took a super tumble, it would be fine. Oh, alright. Well, that's pretty much the build in a nutshell. I'm going to go ahead and end it at that point in time so I can set up and get ready for an actual physical stream. And see if I can't test out the actual physical portions of a return really fast and buying another one on Amazon for the disk drive for USB, since I'll need one of those. Should be fun though. We'll get it done. We always do. Alrighty. Well, guys and gals, I'll see you guys on the other side of the fun build tomorrow. We'll start to piece this together and actually put these parts into play.